Hey guys, and welcome to my DIY channel. My name is Annalie, and for today's video, I am so excited because I get to participate in the open playlist of the 5 Under 5 DIY challenge, and we will talk more about that later. These are the projects that I will be making, and I'm so excited, so let's get started. For this first DIY, this is just a simple little plaque that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and I wanted to make just a little riser. I'm actually probably going to use this for some hand and dish soap, but I don't have my hand and dish soap bottles yet, so you'll see that I just kind of display it really cute. But I went ahead and I just painted this really good with a layer of Waverly White chalk paint, and then let that dry really well. Then with some black paint, I went ahead and I just distressed this because I really like to distress everything, you guys. My style is Farmhouse, and so you guys can totally do it however you want, but I love to distress, and so you'll probably find that all of my projects will be distressed. So I went ahead and got this kind of a heavy hand, and even though right there you can see that the back isn't painted, I do go in and I end up painting the back of the plaque right here. And then because I will possibly be putting some soap dispensers on this, I really wanted to make sure this was protected. So using this polyurethane varnish, I put a few layers on this and let each one dry and cure in between really well so that it could withstand any water damage if I decide to put this next to my sink. And then I wanted to put some cute little feet on this little riser. So these are just some wood beads that you can get either from the Dollar Tree or from Amazon. I think mine are from Amazon. And I went ahead and I stained these in the color Jacobian and let them dry really well. And then same thing with the varnish, because I wanted them to seal and withstand water, especially the feet. I went ahead and I just put these on a little stick right here, and then I just put the varnish on them just like this, and I ended up doing I think 2 layers of this as well, letting them cure really well in between. I typically gave it about 24 hours in between coats, and I've done this before with risers that I've put next to my sink, and it really has withstood the water. It hasn't had any water damage or swelling or paint chipping or anything like that, so it really does a good job. It's a self-leveling varnish. I hope I'm actually saying that right, but it does really good. I'll have it linked down below if you guys are interested in it. And then I just went ahead and we're gonna get everything glued. So I did use some gel super glue and then some hot glue to put that in place. And once I had those on, everything for this little guy was done. Oh, and I did forget to mention that oh wait, no, I guess I did tell you where the beads are from. You can also get little feet for, or I guess wood for the feet like this at Hobby Lobby as well. But there you go. This cost me honestly about $2, maybe $3 if you include supplies to make. This video is part of the challenge that is hosted by Emily over from Farm Charm Chic and Missy from Crafty Cove, and they have a special guest host who comes every single month, so please be sure to go and give these guys a shout out. Make sure you follow them, subscribe. They are who I've been watching a lot, and you guys, I'm telling you, Emily is awesome. She creates the cutest stuff, and so does Missy. In fact, one of the things that I'm going to be making today is inspired by Missy. For this next DIY, I went ahead and I just picked up these little palettes from the Dollar Tree. And so I wanted to make these into cute little pumpkins. This has probably been done somewhere else. And so if I ever make something that I don't really know who has made it before, please forgive me, because I don't mean to not ever give credit. I've not seen these, but I'm sure they've been done. So please forgive me if I don't give credit. But I went ahead and I just used some Waverly chalk paint, and I paint each one of these a different color. So that first one was in the color Pumpkin by Waverly. This is the color Moss by Waverly. And then for the third one, you'll see here in just a minute, I kind of just created my own because I didn't have an off color. So I just used like Waverly white chalk and added some brown to it. Right here, the reason why I did a close-up is I wanted to show you that I was struggling to paint the inside because I couldn't get a brush down in there. So I just used this wooden skewer stick, dipped it in the paint, and then stuck it in there into the crate and then just kind of pushed it all around. Now, messy, is this messy? Yes, very, very messy. And I try to smooth it out as much as I can here in just a little bit, but it worked really well to get the paint inside of here. If you guys have a better method to do this, leave a comment down below and let me know how you would paint in between those. Typically I stain these because I can get stain down in there easier, but this little skewer trick worked really well for me. So once they were all painted, I decided to give them some distressing because, again, I distress everything. So this is just using some black paint to just kind of give it a cute distressing around the edges. And this is that color I told you I made with like Waverly white chalk paint, and I believe I just added some brown acrylic paint to it to give me just kind of an off-white color. I did distress all 3 of these little palettes. I think I just only show you the one though because it's all that, nope, I did not. I'm showing you all of them. Okay, I'm gonna show you that we're distressing all of them. At least it's gonna go fast. So I just made sure to get in all the little nooks and crannies and make sure that it was all distressed. I really hope that I don't have to show you the green one. Hopefully we move on. Maybe. Okay, yes, we moved on. So now I just went ahead and I just used some scrap wood. This is just honestly some leftover stuff that was on my floor, not even kidding, because I don't know who has a clean craft room, but if you do, I'd love to meet you one day. And so I just cut these up, painted them with the moss color, and then glued these on for little stems, because these are just gonna be little pumpkins that can go in a tray or a tiered tray or on a little riser. And then this is the jute twine with wire in the middle. And so I'm going to wrap that around because then I get the jute look, but I wanted these to be kind of like these little curly, the little curly stems that you see on real pumpkins. And then I also add some baker's twine here in a minute that I got from Amazon, I believe. And so just embellished these and made them really cute. And that was pretty much it for these little pumpkins, you guys. Very easy to make. These were $1.25 a piece, and so by the time you add these all up together and then add in craft supplies for all 3 of them, it was probably $5 to make all 3 of them. So I technically got 3 for $5. Here they are, all done. I just kind of have them here by themselves, and then just a little bit you'll see how I decorate with them with the rest of the stuff that I make in this video. But again, super easy to do. I love that when you turn them sideways, you've got the vertical lines going up and down to give it kind of a little pumpkin vibe, and you can do these in any color and super fun and easy to make. This cutting board, okay, so I kind of have like a bullseye spot in my Walmart, one of my local Walmarts, and this little cutting board was there for summer, and this was $3. So I picked up a whole bunch of these. You guys will see these in some upcoming DIYs, and I wanted to make a very cute pumpkin out of a cutting board. I know that so many people have done this before, but I've never made one, and I wanted one for me in my decor. So I went ahead and painted this pumpkin, but I definitely left it kind of distressed. Like I didn't fill out the paint as well as like a full solid layer of paint. I purposely left it distressed because again, we're distressing. And so then I also used this chippy brush to give it this look right here, and just kind of went with it till I liked it. And then using the moss color again, I painted this top right here to have a green stem, and then once I was done with that, I'm pretty sure I distressed that too. Just using my Cricut, I went ahead and I cut out this little stencil to use this as a stencil. So this was just a free thing that you can get on Cricut Design Space. Actually, I say free. I mean, I have a subscription that I use. I pay for it monthly. And so once you pay for it monthly, then you have access to all of their stuff on there. So I just picked this one out, and then I just used my sponge here. I just get these from the Dollar Tree, and I just use this to sponge on different colors for fall. Also, guys, we have a new puppy. I don't know if you've been following me on Instagram, but if you have, then you probably know a little bit about our new puppy. But if you hear her playing with her chew toy in the background, I apologize. I'm trying to hide from her, and it's kind of impossible. So as you can see, I go ahead and I get all of these colors put on. I just wanted different colors. That's one of the fun things about using vinyl as a stencil. Really, you could use anything. I know a lot of people use chalk couture or stencils that you can buy from the Dollar Tree, but I love that you can customize it to your own colors and liking. You can use a solid color if you want. You can change it up. I love that I just have these options. And so again, though, if you don't have a Cricut, you have other options. You can get stencils from the Dollar Tree. You guys, I'm getting heckled everywhere. Now you can probably hear my rooster crowing, and it's not even early in the morning. It's literally like noon. And then I just wanted to seal this so that the paint stayed on. The cutting board is kind of porous, so I just do a quick layer of Mod Podge on this, and that actually works really well. I really like to use that to seal. I've also done some cutting boards where I've sealed with the polyurethane, and that works good as well. I won't be using this, of course, it's just for decor, so I was okay with just using the Mod Podge. And so now we are going to embellish it, and I just am going to tie some jute twine and some ribbon and some baker's twine. And I also am going to add some cute little holly pickberry that you can get from some florals at the Dollar Tree. It's just in my stash. I've been collecting it from over the years and decided to use what I had. And so I just get everything on here all hot glued. And then I've got this cute little pumpkin-ish. I know it doesn't really look like a pumpkin other than the colors and then just the words on there. But there's that holly, I think it's holly pick, right? It's a holly pick, maybe a berry pick. But either way, I glued some of that on, and I kept the leaves on it for the greenery of the pumpkin. And that's it, guys. This is my cute little cutting board that I love having one of these little signs, and here you can see that it just pairs well. The colors paired with these little pumpkins that I already made. That's the fun thing about using the same paint in a lot of DIYs, is that you can put them together and make these cute little fall displays. Okay, this is the DIY that I had kind of forementioned that I was inspired by Missy from the Crafty Cove. If you go and see one of her last videos, I believe it was her last challenge that she did for August. I will have that video linked down below or in the iCard for you. But I believe this is the, well, I know that she did this, and this is where I was inspired to do this. So just using some of those tumbling tower blocks that you can get from the Dollar Tree, I went ahead and I counted them out as you saw before, and I just made these into a cute little sign. She put these together and made these darling little signs, and I just had to have one for my tiered tray and for these little riser trays that I am planning on making. So just using some gel super glue and some hot glue, I'm gluing these popsicle sticks on the backs of these, and the reason is because I want to make these a dual-sided sign. So now that I've got this one side done, I'm going to just put some glue on the back here, and then I'm going to match the blocks on the other side as well. You can see that I've kind of staggered them so that they go up, down, just to give it a little bit of an offset. You could totally keep it straight if you wanted to, but I liked that it gave it some dimension, but they also still stand really well. And so I just kind of copied this back pattern and put these together, and now I have a reversible sign. See how I've sandwiched that together? And so I love this because I can do fall on one side and then Christmas or just everyday decor on the other side, and I can use these year round. So you can see that I made a couple of them in all different lengths because I wanted to do different words. And so the easiest thing I thought was to just stain them. This is in the color Jacobian, but they also would be really cute painted, and I do plan on making some with painting them as well, not just staining them. So I will be making more of these because I love how these turned out, you guys. I absolutely recommend these. And this was like maybe 2 boxes of the tumbling tower box, or maybe just like a box and a half. So you can make a lot out of these, and 1 box of the blocks is $1.25. So these projects, again, I'm well under $5 and I have multiple signs. So using my Cricut again, I just cut out these words in the font called The Skinny. I just downloaded it from dafont.com. It was free. And then I just did the words grateful, thanks. And right here you can see that I purposely left that first block free, because then in a different font, I cut out the word give in kind of like a cursive font. And then I just put that this other way, I guess, for lack. I'm sorry, you guys, my dog's squeaky toy is completely distracting me. So, but I just turned this and put this on just like that. You guys, so easy, so cute, and so inexpensive. And so this one I did Happy Harvest, I did Grateful, Happy Harvest, Give Thanks. And then here at the end, I'll show you how on the back of the Give Thanks, I just did a very simple hello. And then on the back of Happy Harvest, I did Merry Christmas, but I will save that for a Christmas video, I promise. Here it is with the riser too. So just some ideas to decorate with the different words, you guys. I love these. I think that they turned out so cute. So thank you, Missy, for the inspiration on these darling little block signs. All right, and then for this DIY, this is so easy, you guys. I got this at the Dollar Tree. This is with their new $1.25 section, where it's more like their, I meant to say their, when they changed to $1.25, their $3 and $5 section. I got this for $3, and then I got these from Hobby Lobby. A package of these was like $4.99, but I got them at 50% off. So we're just going to be using 4 of them. So again, still under $5 with this project, even with paint. So I wanted to just kind of give myself an idea of how to space my feet. So I just found the middle of the bottom of the tray and marked it a little bit. I also just kind of eyeballed it. I mean, I did use a ruler, but I didn't make it exact and precise. I just gave myself a little idea, marked the middle of the board, and then just kind of did the feet out there perpendicular. These I think are specifically used, they're called dowel caps, because they only have a hole on one side and they're flat on top, so they sit really, really good. As long as you put an even layer of glue, then they won't wobble when you glue them onto your tray. And then because this was wood, I thought this would be so pretty to stain it, and it would match all of my farmhouse decor. Now, this is going to be used in my fall display, of course, but this is something you could use year round, as the riser is too. The riser is something that you could use year round, so even though I'm doing them in a fall video, keep in mind that this is something that you guys could use for Christmas, for Valentine's, just for everyday farmhouse decor, and it would look really pretty with some greenery and whatnot. So I guess raise your hand if you're surprised that I'm distressing it. I kind of do a really heavy distress on this one. I am only using just like an off-white. I did not use, even though my little tray there has some pink in it, that's old dry paint. So I'm distressing this, and once I'm done with that, I did go outside and spray it with a spray paint sealer, or just a spray paint sealant, and then this is how I decorated it. So this was also under $5. And then here you guys are going to see everything kind of all together. So that's it, you guys. I'm very sorry that I don't have an end segment for you today. I just really wanted to participate in this challenge, and I had all of this stuff made, and I wanted to hurry and get it done in time. So I sacrificed the end segment to post the video, but I will have an end segment coming up for you in my next video, because you guys, I've been stocking up on some really good stuff that I cannot wait to share with you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for still hanging in there with me, even with my crazy posting schedule. And I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. And thanks for Emily and Missy. I guess thanks to Emily and Missy for hosting this challenge. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you guys let me know what you think about these projects. Leave me a comment down below. I would love for you guys to subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.